Alright, so we've covered how the manipulators, the psyopers, the social engineers, and the ideological subverters mess with our heads. But let's take a step back and ask the obvious question: why does it work? Why do entire societies fall for this crap? How can people be so consistently and predictably manipulated? Well, my friends, the answer lies in the messy, squishy, emotionally unstable chaos that is the human brain. Turns out, we're not half as rational as we'd like to think, and that's fine. Humans are emotional, social creatures. It's what makes us great storytellers, lovers, and occasional meme creators. But it's also what makes us walking targets for psychological manipulation. Let's dive into the human psyche and see what makes us so damn vulnerable. Desires. The strings they pull. If people were robots, you could hack them by typing in a few lines of code. But since we're not made of wires and circuits, the manipulators go for something even more powerful: our desires. These are the core needs and wants that drive everything we do. And when someone figures out how to exploit them, they can pretty much lead us around by the nose. Everyone wants to feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves. Whether it's a nation, a movement, or the local bowling league, humans crave connection and community. How it's exploited. Manipulators create in-groups and out-groups. They make you feel like you're part of the righteous team, fighting against the evil oppressors. And once you're in the tribe, you'll do anything to stay there, even if it means drinking the Kool-Aid. Example: cults, or fandom wars on Twitter. Life is scary. People want to feel safe, whether it's financial security, physical safety, or just knowing their favorite TV show isn't getting canceled. How it's exploited. Fear is the ultimate weapon. Convince people that danger is just around the corner, and they'll latch onto anyone offering protection, even if it's a snake oil salesman with a megaphone. Example: political campaigns that paint the other side as a threat to civilization itself. Vote for me, or the zombies win. Let's be honest, everyone wants to feel like their life matters. We all want to be heroes in our own stories, fighting the good fight for truth, justice, and maybe free Wi-Fi. How it's exploited. Manipulators dangle the carrot of significance in front of you. They tell you join us, and you'll make a difference. Meanwhile, you're just another cog in their ideological machine. Example: social media campaigns that make you feel like reposting a hashtag will single-handedly save the world. Spoiler, it won't. Emotions, the buttons they push. If desires are the strings, emotions are the buttons manipulators smash, like they're playing whack-a-mole. Humans are emotional creatures, and while that's what makes us interesting, it's also what makes us incredibly easy to manipulate. Fear is the granddaddy of all emotional triggers. Nothing short-circuits your critical thinking like the prospect of imminent doom. How it's exploited. Fear-mongering 101. Convince people they're in danger, and they'll do whatever it takes to feel safe again. Facts don't matter. Just make it scary. Example: every apocalyptic headline ever. The bees are dying. The oceans are rising. AI is coming for your job. Okay, that last one might actually be true. If fear paralyzes, anger mobilizes. When people are mad, they stop thinking and start acting. Perfect for anyone trying to stir up a mob. How it's exploited. Manipulators direct your anger at a scapegoat. It doesn't matter if the blame is justified. What matters is that it distracts you from the real problem. Example: political smear campaigns. Your life sucks. Blame the immigrants, elites, hedge fund managers. Hope is the lighter side of emotional manipulation. Give people a vision of a brighter future, and they'll follow you straight into the abyss. How it's exploited. Paint a utopia. If we just do this one thing, everything will be perfect. It's the ultimate bait and switch. Example: revolutionary movements promising paradise, only to deliver chaos. See also: History. Nobody likes feeling like the bad guy. Shame and guilt are powerful tools for making people fall in line. How it's exploited. Frame opposition as morally corrupt or selfish. You don't support this cause? Wow, I guess you hate puppies and rainbows. Example, virtue signaling campaigns that shame people for not keeping up with the latest moral fad. Cognitive biases. The weak spots they exploit. If emotions are the buttons, cognitive biases are the weak spots in your brain's wiring. They're the mental shortcuts we use to make sense of the world. And while they're useful, they're also incredibly easy to hack. People love to hear things that confirm what they already believe. It's comforting, like wrapping yourself in a cozy blanket of ignorance. How it's exploited. Feed people a steady diet of information that aligns with their worldview, and they'll eat it up like popcorn at a Michael Bay movie. Example, news outlets that cater exclusively to one political side. You're right, they're wrong, and here's 24/7 proof. If someone in a position of power says it, it must be true, right? Spoiler, no. How it's exploited. Use experts, celebrities, or influencers to sell your narrative. Bonus points if they wear a lab coat or have a fancy title. Example, ads featuring doctors recommending toothpaste. Are they even real doctors? Nobody wants to be the odd one out. People tend to follow the crowd, even if the crowd is running off a cliff. How it's exploited. Create the illusion of consensus. Everyone's doing it, so why aren't you? Example, viral trends that make no sense but still sweep the internet. Ice bucket challenge? Anyone? The reason all these tactics work is because they exploit the very things that make us human, our need for connection, our emotional depth, and our mental shortcuts. The manipulators don't need to be smarter than you. They just need to know how to push your buttons better than you know how to guard them, know how to. Look, it's easy to feel like an idiot when you realize how manipulable humans are. But here's the thing, it's not your fault. These tactics work on everyone, and they've been honed over centuries by people who are really, really good at this stuff. The key is awareness. Once you understand how your desires, emotions, and biases are being exploited, you can start to resist. It's not about being perfect, it's about being mindful. Humans are messy, emotional creatures, and that's what makes us beautiful, but it also makes us vulnerable. The manipulators know this, and they use it to their advantage. The good news, knowledge is power. The more you understand the psychology of influence, the harder it becomes for anyone to pull your strings. So the next time someone tries to scare you, guilt you, or rile you up, take a step back and think, what are they really trying to get me to do? And then, maybe, just maybe, don't let them do it.